Bangor. From the Great Northwoods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Hello, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, 2 people were rushed to the hospital after flames erupted in Atkinson.
Plus, we'll hear from Belfast leaders after efforts to build a new salmon farm ran into a legal roadblock.
And we'll also join the fun at the annual Snowfest celebration in Skowhegan.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll have all the day's news coming up along with a special tournament report to get you up to date on the latest from the tournaments going on. But first, to check out the forecast. Looks like we'll have a chance of some rain on and off today. Maybe a little snow tomorrow night. Not a big storm on the way, but overall, just kind of a start to the week.
Right. It's really warm today.
I think kind of says it all right there.
Perfect. Yeah. It's a Monday. Here's Devin Biggs.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. All right, let's get things rolling out there this morning. We have a couple of advisories. I should say one advisory in effect this morning. A small craft advisory being dropped at about 10 a.m., so things will start to calm down in that category soon. We do have a little bit of precipitation on the way later on this week, and now will hit as we head towards Tuesday night. For now, we're looking pretty decent out there. Some rain over the the Atlantic Ocean, but we are going to be watching for some rain showers in our neck of the woods on and off throughout the daytime period. Say nothing too extreme. You'll just notice a few rain showers, but otherwise, we will remain mostly cloudy. We have rain over the Atlantic Ocean right now, a little bit of precipitation to the north. With temperatures getting to the 40s today, we'll of course see this fall, anything that falls today, in the form of rain. Futurecast for today is showing that chance for rain showers, with maybe a few snow showers further off towards the north, but really clearing out of here later on tonight as we eventually become partly cloudy. The wind's not too bad, though. They'll be out of the southwest from time to time and switching directions on and off about 5 to 10, even up to 15 miles per hour later on tonight. So your forecast for today, mid-40s. Not bad. Mostly cloudy. Few rain showers with the south wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period. Overall, mostly cloudy sky, chances for a few rain showers and temperatures in the 40s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
Thank you very much, Devin. We'll look forward to that. Well, 3 people are awaiting court action this week following a drug bust in Brewer. They were arrested Friday after police pulled over a vehicle on South Main Street as part of an ongoing investigation. That led them to a residence on Chambers Street, where a search warrant was also carried out. 44-year-old Jamar Lott and 43-year-old Kelly Scott have both been charged with unlawful possession of drugs. Lott is also charged with refusing to submit to arrest and violation of conditions of release for a previous offense. 28-year-old Justin Keith was arrested due to a federal parole warrant out of New Jersey. Brewer police say that investigation is ongoing.
The Aroostook County Sheriff's Office is looking for help in finding a missing 16-year-old girl from Woodland. Grace Donovan is 5 foot 5 feet tall, 130 pounds, and has blue eyes and dyed hair that is partially blonde on top and brown underneath. She was last seen wearing red and black plaid pajama pants, a gray hoodie with green lettering, and an all-black winter jacket. If you have information about her whereabouts, you're asked to call the Aroostook County Sheriff's Office.
A snowmobiler is in the hospital after crashing into a house in New Gloucester. Officials say they responded to a home on Snow Hill Road Sunday afternoon. A 35-year-old man was injured after the sled he was riding in his yard hit a snowbank before going out of control and hitting that house. The man wasn't wearing a helmet and suffered injuries to both his head and neck. Game officials say they're concerned about the high number of snowmobile accidents in recent days. They say there's still a lot of isn't a lot of snow cover in many parts of the state, which can make the trails very rough and slippery.
2 people were transported to the hospital Sunday after flames spread throughout their home in Atkinson. According to the Dover Foxcroft Fire Department, multiple units responded to a fire at a mobile home on South Stagecoach Road Sunday morning. Several other departments were requested for water due to nearby sources being frozen. Dover Foxcroft Fire Chief Brian Gaudette says that the homeowners were trying to thaw pipes underneath the residence using an undisclosed method when insulation caught on fire and began to spread.
This is a common thing in Maine, frozen pipes under mobile homes, and homeowners try to thaw them themselves, which I understand, and it just it was a complete accident, and we'll just have to, go from there.
2 people were reportedly injured in the fire and were transported to the Northern Light Mayo Hospital for treatment. 1 pet was lost and other pets on the property were injured. Gaudette says the home is not in a livable condition, but the severity of the damage has not yet been determined. The Dover Foxcroft Fire Department plans to reach out to the fire marshal's office as a routine procedure.
On Saturday afternoon, multiple fire departments responded to a residential fire in Hudson. According to Fire Chief Josh Lilly, firefighters found a working fire on the first floor upon arrival. Lilly says firefighters quickly extinguished the flames within minutes. There were no reported injuries. Responding agencies included Glenburn, Corinth, Bradford, and Charleston. Lilly says there's no need to investigate the incident any further.
It's pretty cut and dry that the fire started at the pellet stove and went from there. We want to just stress the importance of smoke detectors. Smoke detectors save lives, as shown time and time again.
Lilly says the home is still livable but may require significant repairs.
Following Thursday's Maine Supreme Judicial Court ruling, the corporation behind a proposed salmon farm has one more barrier to face in its attempt to set up shop along Penobscot Bay in Belfast. We heard from a local leader about why the city is behind the project.
A dispute over property ownership was decided Thursday in Maine Supreme Court after a justice decided Jeffrey Mabee and Judith Grace are the true owners of a stretch of intertidal land. The decision could bring a halt to Nordic Aqua Farm's persistent attempts to develop a salmon farm along Penobscot Bay. I spoke with the mayor of Belfast to learn why city officials support the project.
Creation of jobs. I think the original build out was estimated to be around $500 million over time, which would be enormous tax relief for our citizens. I think it's been very important to me and the council throughout this 5-6 year period and ongoing that we maintain our end of the bargain.
After Mabee and Grace were ruled the rightful landowners, their attorney, Kim Irvin Tucker, says the legal matter is simple.
It doesn't matter how wonderful the city council in Belfast think this project is. If my clients do not want this project on their land, they have an absolute constitutional right to deny Nordic the right to take their land for that purpose.
Conservation protections were granted by Mabee to Upstream Watch and later assigned to Friends of Harriet L. Hartley Conservation Area to preserve the land where Nordic wants to build. Furthermore, court documents state the original deed outlines that land must be used for residential purposes only, preventing any construction for business purposes.
The Nordic wanted to dredge a giant 30-foot wide, 10-foot deep trench through the intertidal land to put these pipes.
The Belfast City Council is seeking to continue moving forward with Nordic Aqua Farms despite the ruling.
The council voted in August of 2021 to exercise something that is called eminent domain, which is used for public good.
Tucker says the city's attempt to use eminent domain to acquire the property does not apply in this particular dispute.
Take their land for a public purpose, like a school or road or something, but they can't take land to give to Nordic to put its pipes.
AJ Douglas, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The governor has declared February 20th through the 27th as Maine Unclaimed Property Week. While it's not recognized as an official holiday, the state treasurer says it's a good chance to find out if you have any money coming to you and didn't even realize it. Treasurer Henry Beck says every year tens of millions of dollars goes unclaimed by Maine residents.
Whether it's uncashed checks or dormant bank accounts or insurance refunds, it goes unclaimed and it comes to our office. And so all year round, but especially this week, we want to get the word out and get people back their money.
Well, the state is currently holding over $300 million in unclaimed property. To find out if some of it may belong to you or someone you know, go to maineunclaimedproperty.gov. Who knows, Emma? Maybe you have a couple $100,000 coming to you.
I think I've looked before, but with a last name like Smith,
right.
you got to be a little patient with your looking.
Common.
Right.
Yeah. That's what you should do, though. You look up your name, look up maybe some of your relatives in the past. Maybe somebody's passed away. You never
Good
know.
point. So it wouldn't automatically recognize that theirs is yours.
Right.
Right. Cool. Yeah. Good point. Well, the time now is 8:09. Coming up on Good Morning Maine, a special concert will soon be held that will help keep people warm in Hancock and Washington counties.
But first, another check of that weather forecast. We can expect some rain showers from time to time today. The highs will be up near 46 degrees. It'll be breezy tonight with lows dropping down to 18. Tomorrow, a partly cloudy day with highs near 35.
The automotive equivalent of saying, let's get this party started. The turbocharged, tech-inspired Kia Forte. Kia, movement that inspires.
If you're eligible for Medicare and Medicaid, a Medicare Advantage plan from Anthem Maine Health can come with all the benefits you want and zero compromises. Just go to anthemmainehealth.com/answers or call 855-753-3928 for a one-on-one Medicare plan review. Ask about our $0 monthly premium plans that include dental, vision, and hearing coverage, along with transportation, a free gym membership, and $0 copay for prescriptions, all for zero extra cost. Plus, you could be eligible for extra benefits to help you save even more. We have plans with up to $2,500 a year to help you pay for over-the-counter health items, groceries, and living expenses like cell phone, electric, or water bills, all on a single prepaid MasterCard you can use at thousands of locations nationwide. Call Anthem Maine Health at 855-753-3928 or visit anthemmainehealth.com/answers and get a Medicare Advantage plan with zero compromises for you and your wallet.
The automotive equivalent of saying, let's get this party started. The turbocharged, tech-inspired Kia Forte. Kia, movement that inspires.
I woke up with this overwhelming feeling to pick up a paintbrush and start painting. And so that's what I did, and this is what came out.
We'll hear more about the Florida Highwaymen artists and the Maine painter working to keep their legacy alive tonight on Fox 22 News at 10.
We're coming up there!
See you never!
Gordon Ramsay does not do losing.
Hurry up! Hurry up!
We on Next Level Chef, baby.
Next Level Chef, Thursday on Fox.
Julia Munzie was recently appointed president and CEO for the Maine State Chamber of Commerce. Munzie will be the first woman to hold the new position. A.J. Douglas sat down with Munzie, who says she's excited to partner with business owners and legislators in hopes of growing Maine's economy.
Do you have any ideas at all or goals when it comes to recruiting and assisting businesses with that recruiting aspect?
Well, I think what's really exciting is that this issue of workforce is something that's on the governor's radar screen. It's on the Department of Economic and Community Development radar. We've got so many different organizations across the state working, and I think if we can sort of come together with a vision of how we can attract people and encourage them to be in business, we will make some progress. The one good thing is Maine, over the past 3 years, has really been identified as a place that people want to move to. They want to live here, and they want to work here.
She takes over for Dana Connors, who retires after working there for more than 30 years. Well, meanwhile, an upcoming benefit concert will help keep local Mainers warm for the remainder of the winter. Soaring prices have made it tough for many people to keep their homes warm. Down East Community Partners set up the Thaw Fund to help people in Washington and Hancock counties that are in crisis. But finding enough donations for the fund this winter has been tough. That's why they've set up a challenge. Development Director Sharon Cada says demand is on track to rise another 200% over last year's figures.
94% of the people who are calling for aid are seniors, and they're living on fixed incomes. And so how do you make that income stretch if everything has risen in cost? So that's what we're seeing so much of.
More money, they're putting on a benefit concert and auction at the Grand Theater in Ellsworth on February 25th. The silent auction items include everything from oil changes, hand-woven blankets, to gift certificates for gift baskets, and also lobster boat tour rides. All the proceeds go directly to the Thaw Fund. If you can't make it to the concert but would still like to donate, you can visit downeastcommunitypartners.org.
Acadia National Park is getting nearly $33 million to build a new maintenance facility. The funding was awarded through the Great American Outdoors Act. Nickerson O'Day of Brewer has been awarded the contract to build the new facility that will be located at the McFarland Hill headquarters in Bar Harbor. Unsound park structures that currently exist will be demolished. The new maintenance operations complex will include storage, shops for working, restrooms, and a fuel station.
Those are just among the many improvements they're planning to do. I know they're doing a lot of paving and that sort of thing, too.
Right, and they're hoping it all gets done by May.
Yeah,
so
they're getting
we'll
more visitors there than ever before.
Right, right.
Well, the time now is 8:15. Coming up, we'll head to Skowhegan, where people were celebrating winter with lots of fun events. We'll see what the annual Somerset Snowfest had to offer.
That and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Angie's List is now Angie, and it's easier than ever to get your projects done right. With Angie, you can connect with top pros and see ratings and reviews. And when you book and pay through Angie, you're covered by our happiness guarantee. Check out Angie.com today. Angie, and done.
It's the Toyota Washington's Birthday Sales Event at your all-wheel drive headquarters, giving you, for a short time only, cash-saving deals. Right now, you could save up to $1,100 cash with low 3.99% financing on most four-wheel drive Tacoma models. And every Tacoma comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance and more. Hurry to the Toyota Washington's Birthday Sales Event for cash-saving deals, only at your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
It is said that the eyes are the windows into the soul, which begs the question, can a window have a soul? At Renewal by Andersen, we think so. When it's a window forged from Fibrix and over 100 years of refined craftsmanship, the essence of who we are transforms into a superior, stunningly beautiful window. So yes, a window can have a soul. For a limited time, take advantage of this great offer. Find out why we are the better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
We started Fairway Auto Sales because it was a dream of mine to have my own place. I'd worked for dealerships for over 20 years. My wife Nicole encouraged me to go out on my own. At Fairway, you're going to get an honest transaction from start to finish.
When you come to Fairway Auto Sales, you should expect to be greeted by the owners. We'll take you out on the lot. We're going to look at each vehicle and see which one fits you and your family. We like to say, come buy your vehicle the Fairway. It's more than just a tagline. It's the way we do business.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, an annual tradition celebrates its 5th year in Skowhegan. That's where people were having lots of fun during the annual Snowfest celebration over the weekend. Our David Ledford has more.
After kicking off on Friday, the Somerset Snowfest slid into its first round of activities Saturday morning. The 10-day event is filled with wacky winter fun, including a downhill kayak race and a Mainer's take on the traditional cornhole game. However, organizers say the celebration supports the community beyond its traditional festivities.
The Snowfest is really to help support our locally owned businesses. We're really excited to bring people to town who will spend money locally at a time during the season when it's kind of a little slower than it was previous to the holidays or during the summer. This is a great start to Snowfest, and I think that it's going to be one of our best years yet.
The event is a collaboration between Main Street Skowhegan and Lake George Regional Park, with Height family of dealerships taking the spot as the lead sponsor. Bigelow Brewing and Baxter Beer Company joined forces to create an original Snowfest beer specifically for the festival.
I'm excited. I guess I'm no longer an amateur because there was prize money. I'm thrilled to be here. I will make sure to put it in my calendar for next year as well.
Saturday's ice hole game was met with excited cheers from participants as they tried to land a winning score. Organizer Jason Cook explained some of the history behind the unique competition.
It started out as just a group of ice fishermen friends just out there throwing rocks in holes, and turned into a more organized game with some rules and real hardware. I feel great, man. This is it's a great day. It's a fun time for everybody.
The festival will wrap up its multi-day run on February 26th with a triathlon and kite flying at Lake George. In Skowhegan, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Still more fun to be had. Maybe anybody on school break this week?
Yeah.
Head on over to Skowhegan and find something fun to do.
Right. They still have some snow. I was worried about them not having enough snow, but they got enough over the weekend.
Yeah, don't need much for that.
Right. Hopefully maybe a little more, and that'll help them out the rest of the week.
Maybe a little more tomorrow night, maybe even a little more than that later on in the week.
Good point. It's a 10-day long event, so they got time. Here's Devin Biggs with the forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices. With locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. One advisory in effect, and that is a small crowd advisory in effect until 10 a.m. later this morning. Things will start to calm down. We might see a reissuance of something tonight, as we will have a little bit of wind on the way, like a gust up to around 20 miles per hour at times. Right around 4 to 5 feet, according to some of the buoys out there this morning. Some of those lighter colors here indicate maybe some higher surf being indicated, which is why we do have that small crowd advisory in effect along the coast. On land, we're pretty good. We've been watching a few clouds moving through. We'll be under a mostly cloudy sky pretty much all day long. It will be hard to see a lot of sunshine, especially with a few rain showers over the ocean right now and a little bit of precipitation off toward the north and west. So we'll be watching for a few rain showers today, maybe a little bit of snow further off towards the north, but for us, it will all fall in the form of rain. We have a couple systems right here right about now. This one's dragging off towards the east, same with this system as well. So we'll be watching for chances for a few rain showers before we're all finished up. So Futurecast, here's a general idea. A few rain showers, maybe some snow further off towards the north, mainly with that system that's off towards the north and west. That's going to be the main system that will hit us before later on this evening the clouds begin to break up. And we'll be under a partly cloudy sky and a little breezy overnight as well. Sunshine to start things off for you Tuesday. And then we get to welcome a little bit of snow overnight Tuesday night by about 9 o'clock or so. Nothing too ridiculous. By about 3 in the morning, the snow will be out of here. It will accumulate just a little bit as well. Nothing too extreme, 1 to 2 inches. The general idea before we're all finished up. Maybe some isolated areas so up to around 4, maybe 5 inches. I might be a bit aggressive there with the 5-inch part, but maybe isolated areas so up to 3 to 4 inches cannot be ruled out before we're all finished up there. Then beyond that, we're going to backtrack here. Here's that same system moving through. So here's early Wednesday morning again, Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. This is just what we talked about. We'll push that system through. And then fast forwarding later this week, more snow on the way though. We may have to keep an eye on this one. The track's going to be changing on and off a bit here, but we will be watching for some significant snowfall in a few spots before we're all finished up, especially as we head towards early Friday morning. A long duration snow event possible in a few spots before this all starts to back off as we head throughout the day for your Friday. So some things to keep an eye on there. Mid-40s today, mostly cloudy with a few rain showers. That south wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. By tonight, 18 degrees, partly cloudy and breezy out there, and that west wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Tomorrow, mid-30s, not bad, partly cloudy. That southeast wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Scott's Recreation extended forecast, partly cloudy again for your Wednesday. Highs in the mid-30s. Then we welcome in more snow as we head towards your Thursday. Also continuing in a Friday, we may get some accumulations out of this, so we'll need to keep an eye on this. But also notice temperatures cool off, middle to upper teens for highs Thursday and Friday.
It's your journey. Own every mile in an available H-Track all-wheel drive Hyundai SUV. Lease an all-wheel drive 2023 Tucson for $239 a month or get 0% APR for 48 months. See your Bangor Hyundai dealer.
With AARP Rewards, anyone can earn and redeem points. They're ready for you.
That's 300 points.
And help their money live longer. Get started for free today.
When the Coach House Restaurant wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. The Coach House Restaurant, family dining at its best with fine home-cooked meals, delicious homemade desserts, and a large menu of tasty offerings for breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Are you looking to have some fun, including soaring on Skyrider, the ultimate indoor zip line? Well, come over to Urban Air, Bangor's #1 birthday party destination, located at the Airport Mall. Urban Air has gravity-defying attractions for all ages, including our Warrior Course, trampolines, enormous arcade section, and climbing walls. Call us today to schedule your birthday party. And don't forget, we have endless play memberships available as well. Urban Air, let them fly.
Silver Fox Automotive is a family-owned and operated company with more than 30 years of experience. We are originally from the county and offer competitive prices and promise you will be completely satisfied with our work. We offer a stress-free experience to both our new and returning customers. We only use parts from reputable brands to ensure your vehicle is safe to drive. Here at Silver Fox, there will always be a friendly face to greet you. Come see us at 2004 Audlin Road in Herman.
Next, we turn to the toxic train derailment in Ohio and several developments overnight, including a new demand from the Transportation Secretary. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest.
This morning, the Biden administration with a new warning to the train company at the center of the derailment disaster in Ohio as concerns grow about the train's toxic chemicals.
I think we just need more data on what people are being exposed to.
In a letter to Norfolk Southern, Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg warning the company must demonstrate that you will not seek to supercharge profits by resisting higher standards that could benefit the safety of workers and American communities.
I'm here to support the community.
In a visit this weekend, the CEO said he's deeply sorry and promised to, quote, do the right things. A Norfolk Southern train derailed more than 2 weeks ago, igniting a fire that burned for days, prompting officials to carry out a controlled explosion. The NTSB now says 11 of the derailed cars were carrying hazardous material, one more than previously reported. In a Facebook update last night, East Palestine's mayor wrote the cleanup is going well, but warned it will be ongoing for the foreseeable future.
I will never be comfortable in my home.
Shelby Walker says her family has suffered from eye infections, sore throats, and headaches.
My kids will never go play in our backyard again, which makes me very sad. Now it's never going to be safe for them in my eyes.
The EPA has said the air and water is safe, but experts say the monitoring equipment may not provide enough information, saying the fire and explosion could have formed dioxins, which can cause cancer.
The monitoring equipment that they're using to determine things that are safe doesn't give us chemical specificity. It doesn't tell us what chemicals are present. It just says they're below some level.
Ohio Senators J.D. Vance and Sherrod Brown have co-authored a letter calling for the EPA to monitor dioxins in the area.
Moving on now, support is pouring in for former President Jimmy Carter as he undergoes hospice care. Carter is now resting at his house in Plains, Georgia, after choosing to no longer seek life-prolonging medical treatment. He was elected 39th president back in 1976. It was a critical time in U.S. history in the wake of the Vietnam War and the Watergate scandal, which forced then-President Nixon out of office 2 years earlier. Many say Carter's decades of charity work are his greatest contribution. The former president celebrated his 98th birthday in October. His family now standing by his side. What a neat guy, too. He was a diplomat. I know you don't hear a lot of people saying too many bad words about the kind of man that Jimmy Carter has been. Just a really good person, and he's done things to help the average American, too.
I know. It interests me because it seems like across party lines he has a lot of people who admire him, which is very interesting.
Yeah. Our thoughts are with him and his family.
Absolutely. Still to come here on the second half of our show, a shuttered pub in Ellsworth has been brought back to life. We'll find out why next.
Plus, business is expected to be a slam dunk in Bangor this week with all the tourney action underway. Those stories and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
It wasn't just a little bit of soot on an old family photo. It wasn't just a couple of books soaked in water. And when you called Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, you were not just another customer. That family photo hangs high yet again, and those irreplaceable first editions stay cemented in history. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
Come bowl a few games here at Bangor Brewer Bowling Lanes. We're one of the only candlepin bowling alley centers in Maine, conveniently located in the heart of Brewer. You always have the opportunity to simply bowl for fun. However, you can also join a league. We have youth leagues, adult and senior leagues. Now don't forget, we also host birthday parties for under $100, and gift certificates are also available. Give us a call right away at 989-3798 to make reservations for your birthday party today.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, today is Monday, February 20th, 2023. It is also President's Day, a federal holiday set aside to honor those who have served as president. Most stores and businesses will be open today, but many banks and schools will be closed. Regular mail won't be delivered today, but if you are expecting a package from FedEx or UPS or other major carriers, they are still operating today, so you'll probably get your stuff from Amazon if you want to.
Sounds good. Sounds good. On this day in history, in 1792, George Washington signed an act creating the United States Post Office Department. It wasn't as quick as it is now. I know with my Prime account, I get 2-day delivery.
Imagine the time, the post office hasn't always been there. There was a time we didn't have it. So,
in my journalism class, I learned, a few years ago, postmen were the first journalists because they had all the hot goss. So they had information. I say hot goss, like they had important information that they'd bring from one place to another. Right. Yeah. Right. In 1905, the U.S. Supreme Court blocked a challenge to the nation's compulsory vaccination laws that were intended to protect the public's health. That was probably regarding tuberculosis or something, yellow fever, I don't know, all sorts of stuff back then. In 1933, Congress proposed the 21st Amendment to repeal prohibition. And in 1962, astronaut John Glenn became the first American to orbit the Earth in a space capsule.
Well, today's birthdays include pop star Rihanna, who is 35, supermodel Cindy Crawford is 56, comedian Trevor Noah is 38, and basketball great Charles Barkley is 59 years old.
The Cindy Crawford hair is finally back in style, and I love that for everyone. It's beautiful hair.
I like that whole era.
It's beautiful. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun how the trends come back, too. It's very cyclical.
And she's still beautiful, too.
She is.
Cindy. I think she's...
If Cindy is watching, Cindy is definitely
watching. She's not
watching.
And she's happily married, too.
Oh, right.
I'm one of her many fans.
Yes, of course. Okay, so as far as the rest of the week looks, for weather, we may get some snow, which may impact attorney travel. Yeah. But as far as we go, we will have extended sports sections every day this week for attorney time. So if you want coverage of that, come to us.
We'll show you all the highlights right here.
Yeah.
In fact, we'll have that coming up. But first, we're going to check in with Devin for today's weather forecast.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. All right, let's get things rolling out there this morning. We have a couple of advisories. I should say one advisory in effect this morning. A small craft advisory being dropped at about 10 a.m., so things will start to calm down in that category soon. We do have a little bit of precipitation on the way later on this week, and now will hit as we head towards Tuesday night. For now, we're looking pretty decent out. There's some rain over the the Atlantic Ocean, but we are going to be watching for some rain showers in our neck of the woods on and off throughout the daytime period. Say nothing too extreme. You'll just notice a few rain showers, but otherwise, we will remain mostly cloudy. We have rain over the Atlantic Ocean right now, a little bit of precipitation to the north. With temperatures getting to the 40s today, we'll of course see this fall, anything that falls today, in a form of rain. Futurecast for today is showing that chance for rain showers, with maybe a few snow showers further off towards the north, but really clearing out of here later on tonight as we eventually become partly cloudy. The wind's not too bad, though. They'll be out of the southwest from time to time and switching directions on and off about 5 to 10, even up to 15 miles per hour later on tonight. So your forecast for today, mid-40s. Not bad. Mostly cloudy. Few rain showers, with the south wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period. Overall, mostly cloudy sky, chances for a few rain showers and temperatures in the 40s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
Thank you, Devin. A shuttered pub in Ellsworth has been brought back to life in the form of a movie set for a film adaptation of a Stephen King short story. In August of 2022, Finn's Irish Pub in Ellsworth closed after 13 years in business. Since then, owners Paul Marcussian and Lorena Stearns, have been looking for a buyer to take over the business. Maine-based filmmaker David Jester reached out to Marcussian, asking if he could use the pub to film a scene in his adaptation of Stephen King's One for the Road.
We were happy to be able to provide the space. It was sitting there unused. They came in with his crew. They decorated the whole the front area of the restaurant. It has this really cool dining car in there, and they put up Christmas decorations because the movie is set during Christmas time, and it looked beautiful in there. They did a great job.
The short film is a product of Stephen King's Dollar Baby program, which allows filmmakers to request the rights to a Stephen King story for just $1. That sounds like a great program because it's good that a Maine-based filmmaker was able to take advantage of that.
One more reason to like Stephen King, too, to allow people to do that.
I know. His philanthropy over the years has really amounted to good stuff in our community.
Good guy.
Yeah. And one of my favorites. I'm biased, though. I love Stephen King books. Still to come here this morning, Tyler Cruz and Ryan Sudol will have that extended sports report.
We'll be back right after this.
When Zolke Tree Service wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Zolke Tree Service has been serving the greater Bangor area since 2018. Zolke Tree Service offers free in-person quotes. Give us a call today.
If you're eligible for Medicare and Medicaid, a Medicare Advantage plan from Anthem Maine Health can come with all the benefits you want and zero compromises. Just go to anthemainehealth.com/answers or call 855-753-3928 for a one-on-one Medicare plan review. Ask about our $0 monthly premium plans that include dental, vision, and hearing coverage, along with transportation, a free gym membership, and $0 copay for prescriptions, all for zero extra cost. Plus, you could be eligible for extra benefits to help you save even more. We have plans with up to $2,500 a year to help you pay for over-the-counter health items, groceries, and living expenses like cell phone, electric, or water bills, all on a single prepaid MasterCard you can use at thousands of locations nationwide. Call Anthem Maine Health at 855-753-3928 or visit anthemmainehealth.com/answers and get a Medicare Advantage plan with zero compromises for you and your wallet.
No matter what type of dog you have or cat you have, Frontline Plus lets you take them everywhere, no matter how you define it. Frontline, the #1 name in flea and tick protection.
There are so many fun things to do in Maine. Now you can enjoy more for less. Check out Half Off Fun from foxbangor.com.
Bangor Brewer bowling lanes on Wilson Street in Brewer, featuring 24 lanes of candlepin bowling and a big arcade room where kids can win great prizes. Glow bowling on Saturday nights from 7 until closing. Bring your entire family. A fun entertainment for all ages.
There's a limited supply available. It's on sale right now. Save with Half Off Fun from foxbangor.com.
25 words or less.
Do this with me, boys. Ready? Yes. It's just a game.
Weekdays at 9 on Fox 22.
Welcome in to Fast Break Tournament Edition. Brought to you by Dorsey Furniture and Coastal Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer.
Welcome back into Fast Break Tournament Edition. I am Tyler Cruz here with all of your Maine high school basketball tournament coverage needs. Ryan Sudol is standing by at the Augusta Civic Center where Class A North boys quarterfinals just wrapped up. But before we do that, let's take a look at those brackets. Brewer and Camden Hills, the 1-8 matchup at the top. Mount Blue and Coney, the 4-5. Skowhegan and Lawrence, the 3-6. They were our first matchup of the day, and Nokomis and Messalonsky, the 2-7 at the bottom of that quarterfinal bracket. All right, that is where Class A North boys stands heading into today. Ryan Sudol was at the Augusta Civic Center for all the action. Ryan, what's going on?
Hey, Tyler, thank you so much. Yes, I'm here at the Augusta Civic Center, and what a day of basketball it was. The boys A North quarterfinals happened here today. 4 games. We had an unexpected blowout, an upset, and a near upset. Let's start with the 4 o'clock matchup. It's the 3-seed Skowhegan against the 6-seed Lawrence. Lawrence actually beat Skowhegan in the regular season. First quarter was a pretty close one. In the start, both teams traded threes with Adam Savage hitting 2 of them for Skowhegan. Riverhawks led by 1 after 1. In the second, the Riverhawks would start to pull away. They really forced the issue on the inside with guys like the LePage twins, and then at the end of the quarter, it was Adam Savage who put in a buzzer-beating putback, 33-21 Scow. In the second half, it would be more of the same. Great ball movement and continued focus on the inside was key as Skowhegan wins it 68-44. Here's the game's high scorer, Colin LePage, on the win.
I mean, anytime you beat Lawrence feels good, but especially this one. Last time, I feel like they kind of took one from us, and so this one feels good, especially in the turning.
Okay, now to the 2 versus 7, the defending champs Nokomis against Messalonsky. The Eagles started out strong, mostly due to the fact of Merrick Smith. 6'9" sophomore went nuts in the first half. They would actually have the lead until Nokomis' Madden White hit a buzzer beater to tie it at 26 after 2. The game would continue to go back and forth in the third, both teams trading buckets, but the Eagles would hold on to the lead 37-35 into the fourth, and it was wild in the fourth. Nokomis' Madden White would hit a fadeaway to tie it at 48 with under 10 to go, and then down the other end with 4 to go. Walter Fiegel, the dish inside to Smith. Go crazy, folks. The defending champs go down. The 7th seed, Messalonsky, defeats Nokomis 50-48. Here's Smith on his shining moment.
On the play before, I was thinking I'm trying to get this game winner. The entire time, come off the court, and then we call a timeout, and I was like, I need the ball. Pretty much, yeah. I was really excited.
What a game, what a moment. Next up was the 4 versus 5, Mount Blue against Coney. The Rams would dominate in the first half. They were up by 20, 39-19 at the half. Coney was shooting the lights out. There you saw Brady Hopkins. It would be much more of the same in the second half, but on the interior. Didn't make much from 3, but guys like Parker Surgeon and Eli Kleiber-Parise carried the load in the paint. Mount Blue would get some kicks in. You see Evan Sterling there on the putback. But in the end, Coney, the 5 seed, with the upset win, 72-50. They will play the winner of the nightcap, which just completed a little bit ago. Number 1, Brewer against number 8, Camden Hills. The Jammers would have an early lead. You saw Will Duke hit the 3. He was great tonight. And while Brady Saunders and Brewer would have the lead after 1, it was just a 3-point lead. Second quarter, Brewer would get outscored by 10 by Camden Hills. The Windjammers had a 29-22 lead at the half. Is this happening? Well, in the third, the Witches would go on a measly 17-3 run. Saunders was his usual self from deep, and Brock Flagg was money on the interior. The Witches would maintain the momentum and then some in the fourth. They go on to survive and win it 59-46. Brady Saunders had 27 points, including his 1,000th point. Here he is on that.
I mean, it was an amazing feeling having the support of Brewer on my back and them going crazy when I hit the foul shot. It just meant the world to me, and I think we really used that in the second half in our comeback win. So.
And with all that, Tyler, you couldn't have asked for a better day of basketball. I mean, it's my first tournament. I saw my first buzzer beater. My first big upset, which was the same game as the buzzer beater. Great shooting from Coney. The excitement in the first half of that Brewer-Camden Hills game. I can't wait to do it all again on Wednesday. And by the way, Tyler, I got your hairbrush. That's all for me in Augusta. Back to you, Tyler.
Thanks for that, Ryan. Had to kind of use the finger comb here. Bring that back safely. Class A quarterfinals all wrapped up. Class B wrapped up today. Let's go to the Cross Center for that action. But first, those brackets. We'll start with the Class B North girls. Those quarterfinals last night, Ellsworth over MDI, Caribou over Foxcroft. That's our semifinal right now. So today, Old Town and Presque Isle would play, followed by Washington Academy and Holton. And then for Class B North boys, we had Ellsworth and Washington Academy set to play in that 4-5 matchup, Old Town and Foxcroft Academy, to see who gets that other semifinal matchup after Orono and Presque Isle advanced on Friday. So, the girls kicking us off on Saturday morning. Last 2 North quarterfinals matchups starting with Washington Academy and Holton. Shout out Noah Smith for this footage. Starting in the first here are the Raiders. Chloe Kilton takes it strong to the hole for 2. And then on the other end, on the break, it's Amelia Kalnin. She's going to finish through the contact and 1. Second quarter, here she is again. Too quick on defense, turns that steal into some quick and easy points on the other end. And then to the second half we go. The Raiders would fight. Sarah Moulton finds Chloe Dinsmore on the elbow for the 3 ball. That one's money, but the Shires were too much. Emma Swallow finds Caitlin Kenny on the break. Holton wins 54-32. And then wrapping up our Class B girls corners, top-seeded Old Town and 8-seed Presque Isle. Old Town in the first off the inbounds pass. That eventually finds Gabrielle Cody, and she's going to bury the 3-pointer. And then here is Danica Brown. She's going to get it out to Taylor Loring. She had a day. The freshman joins the action, sinks one of her several threes on Saturday. Coyotes were out to a big lead. Here come the Wildcats. Georgia Maynard. She buries a triple into the second quarter, but Old Town was too much. Second half, Michaela Emerson out to Loring. Like we said, she had a day from outside. And then it's Emerson again on the break. This time she kicks to Elizabeth Magoon. She's going to finish off that fast break. Yotes win 57-25. All right, to the boys now. The 4-5 matchup in B North. Old Town again. This time they're playing the Foxcroft Academy Ponies. Second quarter, Ponies with it. All 5 guys are going to touch the rock here. And it ends with Jackson Smith finding Wyatt Rayfield at the rim. Count that, and the foul. Still in the second, Old Town's Grayson Tebow from midcourt. Look at that connection, the alley-oop to Carson Ellis. He puts it in off the glass. Old Town up 3 at the half. To the fourth we go. Jaden Richard, nice moves in the open floor, gets it inside to even Mutafchev, who gets it to go. But Old Town would have a huge fourth quarter. Here is Tebow again. He's going to think about the drive and kick. He's going to think about the drop. Think about it, decides to drive, it pays off. Gets the hoop and the harm. 3 the hard way. Old Town wins it 52-43.
We just kept our composure, knew that we had to keep the fight in our step every single way, and we just came out with the win, hit our free throws. We stayed calm.
All right, last B quarterfinal matchup here. Let's hope my words word. Unbeaten Ellsworth taking on the 8th-ranked Washington Academy. This was a very close game early. End of the first, the inbounds, it's out, and that is a catch-and-shoot mid-range jumper, buries it. Second quarter now, Eagles pulling away. Chance Mercier finds Peter Kablinski. He buries the long-range jumper. The big man can shoot, and here's what the big man can also do. Chance Mercier gets it off the steal. He finds Kablinski. One dribble, two-handed jam. Eagles went on a huge run to end the half. The second was more of the same. Here's Miles Palmer from the elbow. Money. And then to close out the third at the buzzer, Josiah James Chin gets the floater to go. They are pumped, and rightfully so. Ellsworth wins 70-38.
Obviously, that team right there, they're family to me, brothers. They stepped up big tonight, and I couldn't be more proud of them. They're my hero. If they don't know it, they are.
All right, and after Class B wrapped up, the Class D quarterfinals were underway. Before we start those, again, let's take a look at those brackets. For Class D girls, Southern Aristic, the top seed. They have Ashland in the first round, Dare Isle, Stonington, and Katahdin. Machias and East Grand, that 3-6 matchup, and Wisdom and Jonesport Beals, those bottom 2, were played on Saturday. And then Class D North boys, Southern Aristic, Jonesport Beals, Bangor Christian, and Easton. Those will be Monday. And on Saturday, we had Skank and Katahdin, and Machias and Wisdom. So let's kick off those Class D quarters now. Number 6, East Grand, trying to knock off 3-seeded Machias. In the second quarter is where we will kick things off. Great runouts by the girls. East Grand up, Elizabeth Cowger. She's going to drain the mid-range jumper right there. Machias fought hard, though. Malia Rhodes is going to find Kristen Grant. She spots up. Nothing but net from 3-point range. East Grand would enter the half up 9, and here's Cowger again with some second chance points. And then the upset train would just keep rolling from there. Here's Phoebe Foss. She gets it. She wants all 3 of those. Vikings pull off the upset. They win this one 45-27.
We've been playing together since we were in 4th grade. It's our final season, and we knew that we had nothing to lose and to give it our all.
All right, the other Class D girls game of the day, number 7, Jonesport Beals. They're trying to do exactly what East Grand did, pull off the upset against second-ranked Wisdom, and Wisdom would get ahead early. A fight for the loose ball. Olivia Willette rips it out, kisses it off the glass for 2. For the Royals now, Rachel Crowley finds Mia Mills. She gets a little opening, and she splashes home the mid-range jumper right there. Back the other way we go. Off the inbounds, ball comes back to Lily Roy in the corner. She splashes that one home. And then the second half, the Pioneers would just keep rolling. Ava Lerman to Abby Lerman. Nice in-and-out move, finishes with the left. Wisdom's moving on. They win 62-29.
Well, inside game law.
To the boys now, Katahdin and Skank. They are the 3-6 matchup in the Class D North quarters. And this one was a back-and-forth game to start. Here's Brady McAvoy. He's going to get it on the inside, elevates, and banks it in for 2. Nice move from the big man. Back the other way now, Jeffrey Martin finds Grady Ritchie, stops, pops, buries the jumper from the corner. Skank took a 9-point lead into the half, and here is Mason McDonough with a nice move for 2 before that halftime break, and then they would just dominate in the second. Ryan Ingalls here to Nicholas Powers. He wants all 3 of those. They took a 20-point lead in the third, rolled to a 60-39 victory.
Well, inside game a lot, because like I said before, I mean, we're not much of a shooting team this year, so me and Brady, the other center, we really worked that inside game a lot today. The team as a whole, we all work really well together. We all hang out after games and stuff, so it's really, really good.
Chemistry paying off. They look like a well-oiled machine out there. So to our final game of Saturday night, 2-seeded Machias Bulldogs looking to get past the 7-seed Wisdom Pioneers. First quarter here, Mickey Fitzsimmons, too quick on the cross, flicks up the floater, comes down pure. Bulldogs up early. Here they are again. Kaysen Ferguson with it. He's going to go inside to Shane Feeney, and the 1,000 club member rises and gets the close jumper to fall. Wisdom would fight early, though. Great look here. That's a beautiful pass for an easy 2, but those Bulldogs were just too much. Another assist here for Ferguson. This time he finds Ethan Libby for 2. Machias rolls into the semis with a 73-50 victory. All right, more action to come on Monday. That'll wrap up the first 2 days of the Maine High School basketball tournament, and that is all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Come stop by Triple S Tack Shop, 315 Hamden Road, Carmel, for quality clothing and equestrian gear.
What are you doing here? I've got this feeling we'll meet again.
Lease a new 2023 Nero Hybrid LX for $309 a month during the President's Day sales event.
Family owned and operating in the Bangor area for more than 10 years. Crosby's Welding is here to help you. We specialize in steel, stainless steel, and aluminum welding and fabrication. We serve many of the local industries from Maine lobstermen to the commercial trucking industry and everything in between. Fully mobile on-site construction services right down to custom signs and fire pits. Fast, friendly, reliable service. Give us a call today for a free estimate, 974-7815.
Nana's Attic started many years ago for me. When I was a young fellow, I used to go with my grandmother collecting antiques and selling antiques. I went on many trips with Nana as I was fascinated with the world of antiques and the history behind old things. They remind you of days that have gone by, but spark memories of youth and hanging out with loved ones that are no longer with us. Now I've made that dream a reality. First with my Ellsworth Flea Market, and now my own store, Nana's Attic and Then Some, located in the old Olympia Sports in Ellsworth, where you'll find treasures and antiques galore.
With the MPA basketball tournament fully underway, businesses all over Bangor have been gearing up for the waves of customers headed their way. We met with 2 restaurant owners to see what they're expecting over the weekend.
We expect to see a lot of old friends this weekend.
It is a boost in business.
How big?
I'm going to say maybe 10% over what we usually do.
Definitely some extra people making some extra cash this week. It's a great crowd. A lot of families, a lot of local people, like I said, come out.
The crowds that we're expecting are going to be full of energy, whether their team wins or loses.
I know a lot of businesses downtown, they're putting on extra staff, they're expecting to be packed. Expecting the same thing?
For sure.
Same precautions?
Yeah. Increasing staff in the kitchen, out front, everywhere.
If we get teams, it'll be pretty busy in here. Of course, along with the teams, we get the parents and the family and friends that come along with them.
It's a great crowd, a lot of families, and that fits what we do here really well. And it's really just a fun weekend. A lot of old friends that we only see a couple times a year stop in for this.
We just hope that everybody has a good day and everybody is safe and sound. We hope that everybody just enjoys themselves and just has a good time.
And I know the businesses really enjoy all the extra money coming into the area this time of year. It's also great for the families coming from some of these smaller towns throughout the area.
Absolutely.
They get to come here and try Pat's Pizza and Gagan's.
Pat's Pizza is one of my favorites.
Yeah,
brings the community together.
Yeah, two of my favorite restaurants.
I know. Yeah. And as far as the weather goes, it looks like a little bit of snow may make travel a little slower.
Looks like tomorrow night maybe, and later on this week we might get another dose too.
But it won't dampen anything. Yeah. Here's Devin Biggs with the forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices. With locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. One advisory in effect, and that is a small craft advisory in effect until 10 a.m. later this morning. Things will start to calm down. We might see a reissuance of something tonight as we will have a little bit of wind on the way, like a gust up to around 20 miles per hour at times. Right around 4 to 5 feet, according to some of the buoys out there this morning. Some of those lighter colors here indicate maybe some higher surf being indicated, which is why we do have that small craft advisory in effect along the coast. On land, we're pretty good. We've been watching a few clouds moving through. We'll be under a mostly cloudy sky pretty much all day long. It will be hard to see a lot of sunshine, especially with a few rain showers over the ocean right now and a little bit of precipitation off toward the north and west. So we'll be watching for a few rain showers today, maybe a little bit of snow further off towards the north, but for us, it will all fall in the form of rain. We have a couple systems right here right about now. This one's dragging off towards the east, same with this system as well. So we'll be watching for chances for a few rain showers before we're all finished up. So Futurecast, here's a general idea. A few rain showers, maybe some snow further off towards the north, mainly with that system that's off towards the north and west. That's going to be the main system that will hit us before later on this evening the clouds begin to break up. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky and a little breezy overnight as well. Sunshine to start things off for you Tuesday, and then we get to welcome a little bit of snow overnight Tuesday night by about 9 o'clock or so. Nothing too ridiculous by about 3 in the morning. The snow will be out of here. It will accumulate just a little bit as well. Nothing too extreme, 1 to 2 inches. The general idea before we're all finished up. Maybe some isolated areas so up to around 4, maybe 5 inches. I might be a bit aggressive there with the 5-inch part, but maybe isolated areas so up to 3 to 4 inches cannot be ruled out before we're all finished up there. Then beyond that, we're going to backtrack here. Here's that same system moving through. So here's early Wednesday morning, again, Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. This is just what we talked about. We'll push that system through, and then fast forwarding later this
Call 1-800-263.
We may have to keep an eye on this one. The track's going to be changing on and off a bit here, but we will be watching for some significant snowfall in a few spots before we're all finished up, especially as we head towards early Friday morning. A long-duration snow event possible in a few spots before this all starts to back off as we head throughout the day for your Friday, so some things to keep an eye on there. Mid-40s today, mostly cloudy with a few rain showers, and that south wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. By tonight, 18 degrees, partly cloudy and breezy out there, and that west wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Tomorrow, mid-30s, not bad, partly cloudy. That southeast wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Scott's Recreation extended forecast, partly cloudy again for your Wednesday. Highs in the mid-30s. Then we welcome in more snow as we head towards your Thursday. Also continuing in a Friday. We may get some accumulations out of this, so we'll need to keep an eye on this. But also notice temperatures cool off. Middle to upper teens for highs Thursday and Friday.
Since 1950, Fairhaven Camps, located in Brooks, Maine, has provided quality Christian summer camping experiences to young people from Maine and beyond. At Fairhaven Camps, we empower youth from ages 6 through 17 to seek the truth of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Fairhaven Camps offers day or overnight camps as well as horsemanship and wilderness camps. Fairhaven Camps is now hiring for summer staff and accepting registration for campers. To sign up, apply, or donate, please visit www.fairhavencamps.org or call us today.
There's some things that go better together.
Burger and fries, soup and salad.
Thank you. Like your workplace benefits and retirement savings. With Voya, considering all your financial choices together can help you make smarter decisions for a more confident financial future.
Hey,
Hey, a tandem bicycle. You can't do that by yourself. Voya, well planned, well invested, well protected.
It's the Toyota Washington's Birthday Sales Event at your all-wheel drive headquarters, giving you, for a short time only, cash-saving deals. Right now, you could save up to $1,100 cash with low 3.99% financing on most four-wheel drive Tacoma models. And every Tacoma comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance and more. Hurry to the Toyota Washington's Birthday Sales Event for cash-saving deals, only at your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.